So this morning we have the privilege of Tim Leeser being our guest preacher. Tim is an intern here, and you guys have been supporting his ministry, and you also support his seminary expenses. Right now, the classes, he has 2 classes as part of his work that is in Charlotte, North Carolina. So Wednesday he drives up, Thursday he comes back, takes a couple of courses when he's there. And so continue to pray for him. But what we'd hope to do over the course of his studies is to give him a couple of times a year to be able to stand before you and preach. You could say practice, but it's to the place now where it's not only practice, this is actually feeding for us. So he comes and he preaches, and it gives him some experience, but it also gives us another perspective from the text other than just hearing me every week. So I'm thrilled to have him come and preach for us this morning, and I'll be taking some notes. It'll be good. And we'll look forward to him furthering his education so that he too might become and be able to be an ordained minister in the PCA, a preacher of the gospel. So without further ado, Tim, thanks for coming.
It's funny, Pastor Craig mentioned that this would be a feeding because the parable that we are going to walk through is the parable of the wedding feast. So this is great. Good. Thanks for the intro. I was trying to think of something very witty when I came up here, but I was just going to say, let's crack on. Let's get into it. So that works. If you can, please turn in your Bibles to Matthew 22, verses 1 through 14. This is the parable of the wedding feast. And as you're turning there in your Bibles, I decided to preach on this passage. Sorry. We maybe need to raise the pulpit a little bit or something like that.